Hello and welcome back to Adorabuild. My name is Ruth and my little dog is called Pucky. And I do have a very special guest with me today, which is Emily from the Lego room. So Emily is another Elves fan, so I thought that it would be lovely to welcome Emily to my city in this video. But let's get started on our Earth Elf characters, and of course we are starting off with Farran. So in the first storyline for Farran, he appears in his green trousers, brown shoes and a green waistcoat with a little brown top underneath. Of course he has his tattoo and he also has his little marking under his eye as well. Now, this particular version of Farran was available in two different sets, the Elves Treetop Hideaway set and also the set Farran and the Crystal Hollow. Both of these sets were released in 2015. So now we get to move on to the version of Farran that we get in the second storyline, where he is wearing his brown baggy pants and some brown shoes with his green top with some foliage print design on the front of it as well. And this particular version of Farran was available in two different sets as well. The first one being the Secret Marketplace, and then the other one being the Precious Crystal Mine. And both of these sets were released in 2016. And then we move on to the storyline 3 version of Farran, where he is back in green baggy pants but with brown boots and another green and brown top with some foliage design on the front as well. And this particular version of Farran was only available in one set in 2017, which was the Magic Rescue from the Goblin Village set. And now we move on to the 4th and final version of Farran, which was part of storyline 4, where he is in his sort of ashy black grey trousers, some brown boots, and then his green and brown armoured top as well. In this wave of characters for the Elves theme, all the main elves also have some sort of weapon or armour as well. So Farran came with this fantastic green and gold shield. And this particular version of Farran was only available in one set, which was Noctura's Tower and the Earth Fox Rescue, which of course was released in 2018. So there we have all the versions of Farran, and interestingly enough, Farran is one of the main elf characters, but he has the least number of versions available of him. So we actually only have 6 Farrans across the entire elf theme. We now move on to another earth elf character, which happens to be Sira. Now, it was sort of quite interesting with Sira because even though she is an earth elf, she does absolutely love activities associated with the air. She was available in a polybag and also in the Starlight Inn set. However, she does only come in one outfit, which is this gorgeous green and bronze ruffle skirt with her long brown boots and a gorgeous little halter type top with dark green and bronze on it as well. I absolutely love her hair with her little lavender stripe as well, just to give that hint of air enjoyment. So now we get to move on to the dragons. And the first dragon that we are going to look at is Thorne, who is the Earth Dragon and was featured in storyline 2. He is one of the smaller dragons, but he does look fantastic with the lime green and green prints, with those little accents of that pale aqua colour as well. He was only available in one set, which was the Secret Marketplace set released in 2016. Now the other little earth dragon that we will look at, of course, is the baby earth dragon, which is Floria. who is again lime green with those transparent green details and those cute little gold horns. And Floria was only available in one set, which was the Precious Crystal Mine set. So now we move on to one of the elemental guardians, who happens to be Liska, and she is a giant earth fox. And I thought that the design for Liska was absolutely beautiful, and she is one of my all-time favourite earth elf characters. And she was only available in one set, which was Noctura's Tower and the Earth Fox Rescue, which happened to be released in 2018. So let's take a look at some of the smaller animals, starting off with Mr. and Mrs Spry, the squirrels. So Mr. Spry is a lavender colour, and he was available in the set The Capture of Sophie Jones. And Mrs Spry is the orange squirrel, and she was available in Ferren and the Crystal Hollow set. We also have Hitty the chameleon, who was available in the Magic Rescue from the Goblin Village set, and we also have Enki the panther, who appeared in the set The Elves Treetop Hideaway, which was released in 2015. So there we have a nice little range of sub-characters from the earth elements. And I do think that this is a really beautiful grouping of characters. I really love the green theme, and I think that Farran is a really lovely character to have in my collection. However, we now get to move on to some of the more evil characters, and we start off with Cronin, who also is known as the Goblin King. And while his main elemental power is of darkness, he also has limited earth powers too, so I thought that it would be really fun to include him in this video as well. And I do think that Cronin is a really cool character with his red eyes, his green hair, and his purple and red cloak. Now, Cronin was available in two different sets, the Goblin King's Evil Dragon and also the breakout from the Goblin King's Fortress, and both of these were released in 2017. And of course, Cronin Darkroot also has a dragon whose name is Ashwing. So we now get to have a look at Ashwing in a bit more detail, and I think that this dragon is absolutely gorgeous. It's one of the few dragons that does only come with two legs and has a really interesting colour palette. Of course, Ashwing came in one set only, which was the Goblin King's Evil Dragon. We also got a little black crow, which was available in the breakout from the Goblin King's Fortress as well. Now we get to move on to the goblins, and 10 characters altogether. All of these goblins were featured in Storyline 3. Starting off with Barblin. And Barblin was available in the set Capture of Sophie Jones. Next up we have Beeblin, and he was available in the set Magic Rescue from the Goblin Village. Dukelin is next up and was available in the set Aira's Airship and the Amulet Chase. Next up we have Fiblin, and he was available in the Magic Rescue from the Goblin Village set. Now we move on to Guxlan, who was available in the set Azari and the Goblin Forest Escape. Jimblin is up next, and he was available in the set The Goblin King's Evil Dragon. Rimlin is up next, and he is the youngest of the goblins and was also available in the set Rosalind's Healing Hideout. We then move on to Roblin, and was available in Nida's Gondola and the Goblin Thief set. Smilin is up next, and he was available in the set Magic Rescue from the Goblin Village. And lucky last is Tufflin, and he was available in the set Breakout from the Goblin King's Fortress. So there we have all the goblins that were available as part of the Elves theme. I do really hope that you have enjoyed this overview of all the elf characters. that have ever been made. And Emily, I do hope that you enjoyed being featured in this video. A link to the Lego room will be included in the description box down below, so definitely go and check out Mark and Emily's videos. As always, I do hope that you have enjoyed this video. I do really enjoy chatting to you guys about Lego. I am hoping to still have my comments. If not, pop over to Instagram and chat to me over there. I look forward to seeing you in my next video, which should be out really soon. Until then, take care of yourselves and bye bye.